Suriye'nin başkenti Şam'a Çalışma ve Sosyal Güvenlik Bakanı Hint Kabavak'la röportaj için geldim. Ama gelmişken Şam'ın biraz nabzını tutmak istedim. Sanatçılarla, iş insanlarıyla, esnaflarla, yani Suriyelilerle konuşmak istedim. Mümkün olduğu kadar çok röportaj ve izlenim toplamaya çalıştım. Tabii şunu göz önünde bulundurmak lazım. Bu ülke 12 yıl boyunca bir iç savaş yaşamış bir ülke. Bölgeleri arasında ciddi farklılıklar var. İdlib'de bambaşka bir manzara var. Dera'da bambaşka bir manzara var. Burası başkent Şam. Şam, savaştan en az etkilenen, ülkenin en çok çeşitlilik barındıran kenti. Ülkenin daha yolun çok başında olduğunu anlamak, pek çok Suriyeli için de Türkiye'nin rol model olduğunu görmek önemli.
Şimdi burası Şam'da, nasıl söyleyeyim, bence bütün Şam'ı anlatan bir noktadayım ben. Hakikaten burada çekim yapmak istedim. Bak, burada büyük, işte daha görkemli binaları görüyorsunuz. Şam'ın meze denilen, işte büyükelçiliklerin olduğu, bakanlıkların olduğu bölgesi burası. Yukarıdaki evler daha yoksulların oturduğu eski Şam. Yani sınıf farkı, hani Esad döneminden beri gelen sınıf farkı çok gözümüzün önünde. Devam ediyoruz. Şurası, bakın üstü yeşillerle kaplı bina. İsrail tarafından vurulan Savunma Bakanlığı. Hala onarım sürüyor. Hemen onun yanında da bir anıt. Bu anıt işte devrimden sonra, yani Şara yönetimi iktidara geldikten sonra hani zaferin sembolü olarak yapılmış. Aslında burada, yani şöyle bütün bu meydanın etrafında bir, yani yakın Suriye tarihini görmek mümkün.
...12 yıl iç savaş, Esad'ın Rusya'ya kaçması, HTŞ'nin Şam'a girişi ve geçiş dönemi hükümetinin kurulması, Suriye'nin yeni baştan inşası sürecinin en başındayız. Şimdi ülkenin yeni bir anayasa yapması, bir parlamento binası belirlemesi, hukukun üstünlüğünü kurması gerekecek. Türkiye'de ülkede sistemin bir an önce keyfiyetten uzaklaşması ve kurumsallaşması taraftarı. Suriye'nin yeniden inşası hem siyasi hem de mimari süreçleri içeriyor. Şam'ın hemen dışındaki villalar bölgesinin müteahhidi Şahrur ailesi. Ailenin 3. kuşağından Hüssam Şahrur, Almanya'dan Şam'a dönmüş. Hem ailenin projeleri için çalışıyor hem de Şam'ın merkezi için yeni bir tasarım yapmış. Bana gösterdi ama henüz onay almadığı için videosunu çekmemizi istemedi.
Tell me your name and what are you doing?
Hussam Shahrur, and I'm an architect.
Okay. You're an architect at your
Exactly.
own firm, basically.
Exactly. Like my family was here, and we are now near to Damascus. It's called Yafur, the area, and we've been here actually, my family, like since the 70s. And they work in real estate development and in the sector in building.
So this is, as far as I understand, the most luxurious, the richest part of Damascus.
Exactly.
And actually your grandfather started this neighborhood.
Exactly. Like when my family came to here, it was just a field. There was nothing here. There was a small village over there and a small village over there. And then all the people actually started to came after he started the concept to build the villas, because it's not that far away from Damascus. It's around 18 kilometers, so you can go by car to the city in 20 meters. And the soil here, the air is very clean, and you have an amazing view here actually.
Yes.
So that's why the people from Damascus, they found a chance to have something good here, to be honest. Like, it's not that far away from the city, but it have a lot of advantages, to be honest.
You told me those villas there, under construction. Your father started them, but back then, they couldn't finish. Why?
This project, my family wanted to start it here, all the fields, and here on this side as a villas also complex. But in Assad time, they wanted to have a part or money for let us continue the projects. That's why we stopped actually all the business.
Like some illegal money.
Exactly. So that's why we stopped all the kind of business actually since the beginning of the revolution 2011 until now. We started now the work again.
How does that happen? Like you go to get a license or something and the government tells you, but you have to pay some extra
Exactly.
under the table.
Maybe they don't give you alliances, or they give you something, and when you want to start to build something, they came to you and they told you if you want to continue your project, you have to pay something.
Something.
Exactly.
And how is it now?
It's much better. Like we can build, the government allow us to build more even because we have in Damascus a big problem with housing, and the government do the best to solve the problem because all the Damascus suburbs, they are now destroyed, and a lot of people want to come back again, so that's why actually they're trying the best to build more and to make it easier to build and faster. For example, our company now is working on some development also projects in Damascus, like a hotel, big hotel, was now it's 7 gates, was a Sheraton. And we are working also about some ideas which is maybe help to rebuild the country. Just an ideas that maybe we can give them also as a part of the country to help the country also.
Money is needed for this, of course.
We are doing that now, like for example, I'm doing that for no money because I really like and I want really to help, and maybe all the ideas together can build something.
And you studied in Germany. Where did you study? Why did you come back?
I studied in Germany, in Potsdam. I left the country in 2014 and came back now since around, I think, mid of August. And actually, I had the impetus that we, as a Syrian, as I left the country, I was 18, and I learned there. And I was glad that I could be there and to have a good achievement also from there. And actually I want to be a part of the development now, like a part of the rebuilding the country, like to have my touch maybe here, and all together maybe like one hand can't build the country. That's why we should also the people.
Everybody chips in, everybody does something.
Exactly. Yeah. And in Syria now there is a lot of chances. Actually, it's like Christopher Columbus when he
He went to America.
Exactly. So now there is a lot of opportunities. Of course.
And I can understand you're coming from a line of businessmen. You know, like you have this in your blood.
Yeah. But there is also a lot to do here. But it's very nice to be also part of this, and actually we are all very optimistic that it's going to be everything better. And it took time, I think, but I think with the time everything also will be better.
You're hopeful.
Yeah, of course. That's why I'm here actually.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Şam'ın içinde gerçekten daha yapacak çok iş var. Bu kentin ayağa kaldırılması büyük bir mesele. Ciddi bir altyapı sorunu var. Şam'da günde 2-3 saat elektrik ya var ya yok. O nedenle insanlar güneş enerjisinden faydalanıyor ve jeneratörler sürekli çalışıyor. Jeneratörler mazotla çalıştığı için ciddi bir hava kirliliği problemi var. Tarihi çarşılardaysa hayat akıyor.
Bursa'dan mı geldin?
Evet.
Ne yaptın Bursa'da? Kaç yıl kaldın?
16 yıl.
Oo bayağı. Kaç yaşındasın ki?
Ben 17.
1 yaşındayken geldin. Şimdi buraya döndünüz.
Evet.
Annem baban ne iş yapıyor?
Annem evde, baban o da evde.
O da evde. Sen mi çalışıyorsun?
Ben de kardeşim benden daha büyük.
Siz ne yapıyorsunuz?
Ben burada çalışıyorum Hamile'de. Kardeşim başka yerde çalışıyor.
Hangi dükkanda çalışıyorsun?
İleride adı Armuş.
Ne satıyorsunuz?
Elbise satıyoruz tek.
Ekonomi nasıl?
Ne okuması?
Ekonomi yani iyi para kazanabiliyor musun?
Hayır değil.
Değil mi?
200 bin TL.
200.000 TL.
Evet, Arap parayla.
Arap parayla.
Türk parayla tek 700 TL böyle.
700 TL günde mi?
Hayır, haftalık.
Haftada 700 TL. Peki ev kirası kaça?
1,5 milyon.
Yapma ya.
Evet.
Kardeşinle sen o zaman ev kirasını ödüyorsunuz.
Evet, ben de evde kardeşim tek.
Öyle mi? Zor o zaman hayatı ya.
Çok zor.
Okula devam edebiliyor musun?
Hayır, burada değil. Burada okul parasız. Orada bedava.
Anladım. Ama gidebiliyor musun okula?
Hayır, gidemiyoruz. Tek kardeşlerimiz gidiyor.
İleride inşallah.
İnşallah. Hadi görüşürüz.
Görüşürüz canım, sağ ol. Can I buy one of these?
This 75.
75.
Yes.
With this money? That's new money, right?
Yes.
How much is this?
75. I 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
And this put in butterflies.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And the water
Yes.
and salt.
Yes.
Only one.
Only one.
And after cleaning,
Uh-huh.
cleaning and drink coffee. Okay.
Okay.
ضيف الشباب ضيف الشباب
Şimdi burası Suriye'nin kapalı çarşısı. Buraya girerken iki tane hanım geldi. Biri kapalı, biri açık. Biz dediler turizm polisiyiz. Dedim işte Türkiye'den geldim, ben de çekim yapıyorum. Dediler hoş geldiniz. İşte yani öyle bilgi vermek için bekliyorlar. Özellikle hani kadın olmaları dikkatimi çekti. Bir de birinin kapalı, birinin açık olması dikkatimi çekti. Şunu göz önünde bulundurmak lazım. Tabii burada genellikle anladığım kadarıyla yeni hükümet insanları memur olarak işe alarak istihdam etmeye çalışıyor. Zaten memur maaşları da düşük, ayda 150-200 dolar civarında. Çok da başka özel sektör vesaire yok. Ama gördüğüm kadarıyla mevcut hükümet mümkün olduğu kadar kapsayıcı davranmaya çalışıyor. Yani hani sadece bize yakın olanlar, bizden olanları işe alalım, bütün memurları onlardan oluşturalım gibi bir politika yok. Mümkün olduğu kadar toplumun farklı kesimlerinden insanları devlette işe almaya çalışıyorlar. Biraz da şu anda tabii Suriye ekonomisinin hani çokça da başka iş kolu olmadığı için bundan başka da insanların fazla şansı yok. Ama hani kapsayıcılık çabası bence olumlu. Bunlar turizm polisi hanımefendiler işte. Siz de gelin. Gel gel. Gel. Görüldüğü gibi böyle, burası Emevi Camii var arkamda, gördüğünüz gibi turizm polisleri de yani burada işte turistlere rehberlik ediyorlar, tanıtıyorlar falan. Do you speak English some?
So.
So. Do you have many tourists coming?
Yeah.
Yes. And where do people come from?
To help people in Umayyad Mosque or Al Adem Palace
Yes. Okay.
near here
You tell people about the
about this place.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
How old are you?
26 years old.
26. Okay. You were here during the war?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have a good job now?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
It's very enjoy.
Şimdi burası eski bir kervansaray esasında. Hatta son yapılan kervansaraylardan deniyor. 18. yüzyıl ortalarında yapılmış. Tabi Osmanlı zamanından kalma. Şimdi Han Vahud buranın adı. İki aile buraya yatırım yapmış. Şimdi konuşacağım beyefendi yatırımcılardan bir tanesi. O anlatıyor zaten ne kadar yatırım yaptıklarını falan. Fakat aslında buraya yatırım yapan, buranın sahibi beyefendinin bir kızı var. Bir de damadı var. O çok enteresan bir hikaye. Bir bakanla toplantıları vardı. Oraya gittiler. Yakalayamadım damadıyla kızını. Fakat damadıyla epey bir sohbet ettim. Bana şunu anlattı. İki tane dedi projemiz var. Bir tanesi Türkiye'de işte bir tekstil, yani bir moda şeyi çıkarttı. Ne derler ona? Bir tekstil dükkanı açacaklar ya da daha doğrusu bir moda markası başlatacaklar. Ve bu moda markasını Türkiye'de üretip Suriye'ye satacaklar. Bir tanesi bu. Asıl öbürü dedi ki biz bir lojistik firması için çalışıyoruz şu anda. Parası olan bir aile. Diyorlar ki Hürmüz Boğazı kapalı olduğu için böyle giderse de hani epey bir kapalı kalacak. Eskisi gibi bir güven ortamının oluşması kolay değil. Dolayısıyla biz bu krizi fırsata çevirmek istiyoruz. Şöyle bir şey yapacağız diyor. Bu kurduğumuz lojistik firmasıyla işte Suudi Arabistan'dan, Körfez'den alınan malları neyse yani işte bir ticaret rotası bunların Suriye üzerinden Türkiye'ye taşınması, karayolu üzerinden. Şuna inanıyorum dedi damadı, ben bir iş insanı olarak. Yani bu rota çok iş kaldıracak bir rota. Dedi ki şu kadar para ayırdım. Hani off the record söyledi bunu, biz de buna inanıyoruz hakikaten. Şu Körfez merkezli olacak, bir ucu Körfez'de olacak, bir ucu Türkiye'de olacak. Böyle bir iş planı üzerinde çalışıyoruz dedi. Bayağı bir anlattı, sonra da işte Turizm Bakanı'yla şimdi toplantıya gittiler. İlginç yani, buraya hani böyle bir kahve çay içelim diye geldik ama hakikaten enteresan insanlarla tanıştık. So can you explain this hotel for me?
Actually, Wahood Group, it's a Syrian Turkish company. We invest in this Khan since maybe about 10 years ago, the bad regime of Assad regime, and we are suffering too much from this regime. So we was little bit slow in investing and rehabilitating the place till the new government come under the umbrella of President Ahmad Shara, which he opened everything, and he was the Ministry of Tourism was very cooperative with and helped us to continue our work. We finished this in 1 year and a half after we finished all the civil works and rehabilitation of and decoration and everything, and we succeed to open it before 2 months.
How is the business?
It's good. It's good. We are looking forward that it will become better more and more. I think it will be a good opportunity for all the investors to come to Syria. It's a good business. It's a virgin market. There is nothing before under the old regime, which were all the investors were suffering from them, and now it's a good Syria, goodwilling from the government to help all the investors to come to invest in Syria.
How many rooms do you have here?
We have about 20 rooms for staying and 7 rooms as culture rooms, as exhibitions and something like this. It's all of them are 27.
How much money did you spend?
It's too much actually. Actually, the rehabilitation of old and historic places, it's cost too much more than you are building something from the zero.
Because you have to keep the original.
Yes, we are. Let's say we are talking about more than 10 millions in the investment in here. $10 million. Yeah.
When are you planning to reimburse the money? What's
I think under our visibilities, the visibility study of we make it. I think we can. It will take about 3 to 4 years to take it back, all our investment.
But you're hopeful and you believe in Syria.
Yes, we believe in Syria actually.
Günaydın.
How did you learn these words?
Usually we go to Turkey every year. I go also to the furniture exhibition. I used to be dealer for many companies in Turkey. So before, like Mobi, I used to deal with Mobi, with iDesign, with lots of people. They're good friends, and they used to come to Syria very often. And but now, the furniture here, it's all made in Syria. I insist. I want the people of the Syrian people to work, the carpenter, and to show the culture, the Syrian culture, in a way that I like it to be. Okay, this is let's say Damascus in my eyes. How I raised and how I like to see Damascus. So as you see in the rooms, when you enter the room, it has all the Syrian material. It has all the handicraft that we used to be very famous in it. So the rooms are different. So there's
Each room is different.
Yes. Some of them are big rooms and some of them are small, and you need to have like everything. It needs to be done in a 5-star hotel. So you have to have everything even in the small room. So maybe if we go to the room and I will show you. Okay.
Yes. Show us.
Yes. And when you enter the room, the idea of having brass, it makes you feel the power of the place, okay? And at the same time, everything in the place, it's comfortable for a visitor. So it's neat and clean. The curtains are very, very chic and light. It brings the light from outside. And we did all the brass not to touch any of the walls, you know, so the electricity, it's all passing through these pipes for this reason, okay?
You don't see any cables outside.
No.
And how about the smell in the room? It's a special smell, I think.
Yes.
An odor.
Yes. Actually, I raise up. You know, I get fed up from the jasmine smell, okay? Because now Damascus is not anymore smells like before, okay? Because of the amount of people here and, you know, that there's too many people in Damascus. Okay, so I try to make the place a special smell. Maybe later on you will see that those trees are all jagandra. So this is the trees outside. When they bloom, they have purple flowers, and we try to make it smell natural. Okay. Natural.
The bathroom.
The bathrooms also, it's very comfy. We use all the earthy colors. We use the earthy materials. And we're going to sell also organic soap, and they're very good brand.
Syria is big in soap producing. Yeah?
Yes. This is made in Aleppo, but it's very special. Okay, we're trying to also put for our customer good brands. With no smell. Also, it's all organic. Okay. The lighting we use all earthy. Also, it's made from soil. You know, they're very. This room, of course, in a Khan, you don't find a room like this. So this room. It was a part from a big room. So we decide that we're going to make it like a private room. Maybe you can have a cup of coffee, or you want to have a proposal, or whatever. Now it's the fashion. And the ceiling, you know, this is also because in Istanbul.
Is this old Damascus? Old Damascus?
No, this is the Bosphor, and this yes, because in Damascus, when I travel to Turkey, everyone say you're from Sham Sharif, and it used to be very, very nice, and they love it, okay, because of the religion issue and okay. But like in Damascus, also when they want to say that a girl is so nice, and they say she is from Istanbul. So it used to be like, so it show you, because in houses you find ceilings like this all painted, and usually it's the Bosphor and the mosque and like this. You will go to other places and you will see this. But I like to make it luxurious. I want to show that in Syria also we do have this kind of. So it was a challenge, because the window is not on the same level of this, and the ceiling is not. It's not in the middle. So we try to play to make it look, and the mirror to bring outside to inside. So you sit here and you don't feel like you are in a small room. You bring the fountain and outside to this area.
Dışarıdan bakan gözler yıkılmış, dağılmış, şimdi dağılan parçaları bir araya toplamaya çalışan bir ülke görüyor olabilir. Ama Şam entelijansiyası için dünyanın merkezi burası. Başka yerde yaşayamam diyenler ülkeyi ayağa kaldıracak.
So Sarah, tell me about who you are. What are you doing in Damascus?
I was born in Damascus. I'm Damascene, and lived most of my life in Damascus. I studied here. I'm an artist, painter, interested in all kind of human nature. And I lived in Lebanon for 3 years and a half when the war happened. So when I moved to London, I kept going back and forth to Damascus. So I used to come to Damascus every 2-3 months. So it wasn't a total move. So I kept my life in Damascus, my work, the life of my family, my husband. So after 6 years, something like that, living in London, our life become not, what's the word? Not
Stable.
Yeah, because we lived to go back and forth. So it was at the beginning exciting because we are very big and we have 2 countries and we have full 2 lives in both countries. It was exciting. But the last 2 years, it started to become very hectic. And also the children, I have 2 children, they become teenagers and they need settlement. They need this kind of settlement. So we decided to go back to Syria. And also because my husband businesses in Syria, because he went with me to London and he kept following his work from London over the phone. And his business started to become more demanding. So we decided for the whole family, it's better to go back to Syria. And I want my children to be Syrians, not only British. Damascus, it's me. So I'm Damascus and Damascus, it's me. So we love it a lot. It's part of my DNA. So it's not easy to leave Damascus. We went to London on a temporary basis. But now I kept going back and forth to London also.
Can you describe Damascus for me from your eyes?
I think Damascus is the most beautiful city on earth. I traveled a lot. I haven't seen all the cities, but I think it's one of the most beautiful cities. You feel rooted once you step into Damascus, when you live it, when you walk in the street of Damascus, you immediately feel that you belong to this place because you see the whole layer of history in one spot. And it's so charming, and the history is still living with you. Because you see shops or places where it go back maybe 1,000 or more years, and the people are still living and functioning in the same spot, the same area. So the history is alive. This is so fascinating, so exciting. You don't see it in other places. And it's so true. It's not perfect, it's not well organized. This is the beauty of it also. So even the smells of the carbon that you smell it everywhere in the street, it's charming for me. It has its own life. Even the dust in Damascus, it has personality. So it's a very livable city and it's very true, it's very authentic. That's the beauty of it.
So Damascus is your muse, in a sense. Is this the case?
Yes, of course. The smell of it, the air, even the clouds here are different. Everything, like in each city you go to, the clouds are different, the air is different, the smells of everything is all your senses. You sense it differently. Mm-hmm. So in that case, it's original.
Since 2024, how did Damascus change? Because you've been seeing the change with your own eyes.
Yes. There's a big change happens. We are witnessing it slowly. I think the main important thing that happens that people can express themselves. This is very new to the Syrians. Anyone can do some kind of demonstration or can say whatever he wants. We used to be scared from saying anything, even among the families inside the house. We always think that we always have a say that the wall have earring, be careful. Now we don't say this. Syrians are, I think, more free in expressing themselves, but the economical situation is not good at all. I think it will be improved slowly. It's not an easy change. Now we are witnessing the result of this destructive war that happens. And I think what we are witnessing now, it's better than we would have think that it will be.
Interesting. And you are going to a Biennale of Venice.
Yes.
And you're going to represent Syria. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, of course. So I'll be representing Syria in Venice Biennale with the big project. It will be inspired by Palmyra. So we will build a tower tomb of Palmyra. I don't know if you've seen this tomb. You know about it. That it was all destroyed in 2014, 15, something like that. I will put my painting inside this tomb with a height of 4 meters, and you will be surrounded by all these paintings, that it will be inspired by the tomb itself, the Palmyran tombs, because it is highly inspiring place to me, that I used to go inside the National Museum. I don't know if you have been there. They build a tomb underground, Palmyran tomb. It's so inspiring. And for me, death is the trigger of creation, and death is the main inspiration behind big part of my work, because you want to leave something behind you. You create because you are living, you are celebrating life, because you know that this life will gonna end sometimes. So that's why the whole idea about it is to talk about the history of the country, to talk about the reborn and the destruction, what happened inside the country and inside the human being himself. So it's a big project and very exciting. I hope you can come and see it. So here you can see different kind of works from different stages. For example, this painting, it's very old. It goes back to 1994, when I was still doing my baccalaureate. Also when I was still in the high school. So this painting represents for me a step in my career. It's very important to me.
The light.
The light, the technique, everything. And it's how many years ago? 30 years ago or more.
Yeah.
32 years ago.
Time flies.
Exactly. Here you see paintings from different also era, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And I keep one painting or two from each period of my life for my collection, for my children collection. Mm-hmm. And these are the paintings, the one, this one and those one, that are going to Venice.
Oh, okay.
So there will be 18 paintings from this size. They will put on top of each other to form some kind of a circle. Okay. So these are the recent work that I was working on the last 3 months.
This is also interesting.
This is also related to an exhibition I've done about pregnancy. I called it birth. So I was interested in the milk and how the body produced milk to give life to other creatures. So I was very interesting. I did a huge exhibition about it, and I called it birth. So I kept this painting among this. I kept these 2 paintings from it.
Wow, beautiful. And this room?
This room also a painting room. These are recent, new works. This one also will go to Venice. And this painting go back 9 years ago or 7 years ago, something like that. It is part of a project I've done it about children. And I used their drawing. I copied their drawing on top of my painting. So this drawing that you see, it was like a small drawing like this with a pen, that I copied it on top of my painting like that. Yeah. It was kind of a collaboration between children. Yeah, it's a new experience.
Yeah.
And I enjoy the experience of tracing their lines, the way that they start this shape and the way that they put other lines on top of it. So it was very relaxing practice. These 2 also will go to Venice, but they will be inside a mirror, these 2.
Okay.
This one also 10 years ago, I think.
Why does the hand cover the mouth?
I find the hand very important, and the expression in the hand, it's very rich. It's like looking at a face. You can understand or you can feel some part of the personality of a human being by looking at their hands, the way that they move. It's like a whole body. It's like a portrait itself. So it's so important to me. The hands, the eyes, they represent the main aspect of a human being, I think. This one also very old, 2009 maybe. Also part of a big project that it was exhibited in Damascus, I think, sometimes in Damascus. I don't remember the theme. This one very old also, before the war. Long time before the war, 2001 or 2000, or sorry, 1999 maybe.
You saw what was coming. In a sense, you sensed it maybe.
No, because the war, it's everywhere, and not necessarily only in Syria.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time and everything.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.